Deadline to file your taxes on time is next Tuesday, April 18th, and it's also the deadline for claiming Vermont's child tax credit, even for those who don't have to file taxes. Channel 3's Cam Smith spoke to Vermont's Tax Commissioner Craig Bolio.
There were a lot of changes in Act 138 last year, which was a tax reduction bill that the legislature passed and the governor signed. Chief among those changes was the new Vermont-specific child tax credit. So that is available for all taxpayers who have children 5 and under. And you can get a full credit up to $125,000 of adjusted gross income and a partial credit up to $175,000 of adjusted gross income. And for those who are getting a full credit, you will receive $1,000 per child in the form of a refundable credit.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the deadline being on Tuesday the 18th, if people wait until Monday night to file or they do it with a paper return, how long will they have to wait to see the refund?
So generally, it's going to really depend on if they electronically file or mail us a paper return. My advice is always to electronically file if you can. Last season, those who electronically filed received their refunds on average a month earlier than those who mailed a paper return. Usually for an electronically filed return, the maximum that you would wait is 6 to 8 weeks. And for a paper filed return, you'd be looking at more to 8 to 12 weeks. But even this season, we're finding many of those who filed electronically are getting even faster than that timeline that I just spoke to.
Awesome. And if those folks that are getting returns, if they are getting money back, do they need to file by the deadline?
So you can extend if you need to. If you don't believe that you can get your filing in by Tuesday, by April 18th, you can file an extension on our website, and also a federal extension does qualify as an extension for Vermont as well. The one note that I always want to give people who have to file an extension is that if you do owe any tax, all of that has to be paid by Tuesday's deadline, even if you extend, to avoid penalties and interest.
With all of the labor shortages, will there be any state backlogs or for tax returns, or do you have enough employees to process everybody's return quickly?
We're feeling really good right now, actually. We've been doing great this year. Last year, we met our most ambitious refunding metrics that we had ever set for ourselves, and we are meeting and exceeding that pace this year. So there's a lot of work ahead of us, and I don't want to get ahead of all that hard work that we have to do, but the team is working really well. We are virtually fully staffed in all of the areas that are processing these returns. We stand by for folks who need help filing, and we're also working hard to process all those tax returns and get those refunds out to Vermonters. So,
Craig, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.